So I want you to be practical. I want you to be really pragmatic. So I want you to have loads of time, loads of patience. Don't try to be mere armchair thinking. So if you're talking about social media, anything is nothing, there is no, the problem with any medium or any kind of paper is not about how you do it, how are you going to use it. There are people on Twitter or on other social accounts who will do a very constructive job. There are another part of individuals who will be very destructive. It depends on which side you are on. Always try to be constructive, be properly, analyze a topic. Don't try to abuse people. Be practical. And regarding the time, I want you to understand, give enough time for yourself. Don't try to be, by the time you're almost been early 20s, at least, you have to give yourself at least 10 to 15 years to see a little change, a glimmer of hope. Just a little light to be seen on the other edge. Give yourself at least 10 to 15 years time. Don't expect immediate results. It is not an instant noodle to see results. But I had immense despair when I came into politics. I knew all this. I had visualized all this. I had visualized my own failure. I had visualized my own success. But very strongly I had visualized is, one day I will do my bit part to transform, to stand for this nation. And which I'm able to continue my journey just because I didn't seek anything, I didn't seek any personal power. I sought personal power to people who does not have any power. Instead of giving out your opinions on social media is not going to help alone. You should come out in open. You should practically, you should do some political action. Mere attending seminars is one thing, gaining knowledge is one thing, but actually at the grassroots level, when you work, the kind of knowledge is going to be different. The kind of experiences will be different. You'll be a transformed personality. So mere attending seminars is good, reading books is good, gaining knowledge is good, unless it is not practically being seen, not being at a grassroots level. If you don't go to the places, if you don't expose yourself certain experiences, the leadership quality would not come out. So I request you all to look into that. Instead of mere gaining knowledge, I want you to look into it. Try to gain some experience at a grassroots level, gain some real experiences, not experiences at a mere sitting on the internet. That much I would like to convey to you. An ounce of action is better than a ton of talk. Be prepared to just a bit of practicality. Instead of gaining mere talking, I want you to be a bit practical. Get into hands-on experience. That would really help you. This, and what inspired me, what gives me hope is, when I said 25 years of my life, what made me to say that statement is, I'm not working for these times. I'm working for the generations to come. I'm working for your generation. It would take me time. This would. Because when I look at my own son's age, who is around 14, a little younger than that, I feel we have taken the greatest sacrifices done by our freedom fighters. Right from Bhagat Singh to a number of great leaders, they have sacrificed themselves. And yet, we don't carry that legacy. We are selfish, and we are completely self-centered. I questioned myself. I don't want to be the group of who just think about themselves, who are selfish. I don't want to be a part of that group. Whether I'm being an actor or not, whatever best I could do, I don't want to be that kind of society who just merely thinks in a selfish manner. So I came out, I'm doing my bit part. I also request you to do your bit part. There are enough political ideologies out there. I want you to evaluate each and every ideology consciously. Understand everything. What is the pros and cons of each and every ideology? Whatever the political parties are there. If you want to go into them, join in them. But I want you to understand completely. Is it what you are? Then please completely embrace it. Stick to it and fight for it. So, and what made me to say this is, in the country, the moment in one of my videos, they had shown that Swami Vivekananda, the great men like Swami Vivekananda, the great saints like Swami Vivekananda, who inspired me. And Martin Luther King Jr., who came to India, when he came to India, when he was in Bombay, when he was looked at the riches of Bombay and the extreme poverty of Bombay side by side. And he was saying, only in a country like India, if the same situation would have been prevailing in any other country, it would have led to bloody revolution. But only in India, how come nothing is happening? Why people are still able to smile? That is the greatness of our nation. That is the greatness of our nation. This is a land of Swami Vivekananda, land of Subramanya Bharati, land of Narayan Guru. Eminent great saints, eminent personalities. Because who had selflessly sacrificed for this nation. Because of them, because of their spirit, this country will never get disturbed. No matter how many selfish elements are there. What kind of uncouth people are out there. But because of the kind of spirit we have, and there's nothing going to disturb that spirit, you're going to carry it forward. And whatever bit you can do for this nation, and that is going to be the hope. I have a great hope in this generation. I have an extreme hope in this generation. Paying 1,000 rupees to be all the way from here, all the way to Delhi, to listen to this kind of talks from different individuals, eminent individuals, that shows this country is going towards greatness. And I truly appreciate you for being here. I truly congratulate you for being here. And I would like to end there with this small verse of poetry in Telugu. This is written by Mr. Seshendra Sharma, who was a recipient of Sahitya Akademi Award. This Na Desam Na Prajalu, my country and my men. This was shortlisted for Nobel Prize, though it was not selected. If you ever feel, as you want to get into politics, as you want to be leaders, leadership is all about solitude, solitariness. You'll be completely isolated. Not even a friend will stand by you. Not even a friend will understand you, what you're going through. At these times, what you need is, you have to keep on get hooked to certain inspirational lines. So try to read a lot of poetry. Try to read a lot of biographies. So for me, when I go through a complete loneliness, a depression, yet certain times I go through. So I only think of one thing. When I feel extremely depressed, when the truth is not going to win, that's what the real circumstances are. So at that time, I read these 4 lines. Samudram ఒకటి కాళ్ళ దగ్గర కూర్చొని మరగదు, తుఫాను గొంతు చిత్తం మరడం మెరగదు, పర్వతం ఎవడికి వంగి సలాం చేయదు, నేను పిడికిడి మట్టే కావచ్చు కానీ గొంతెత్తితే ఒక దేశపు జెండాకున్నంత పొగరుంది. So a loose translation of this is, you have to forgive me for my English translation, though I'm not a poet, though I'm not good in English. But I prefer to, it's a loose translation of what I said right now. A deep ocean will never bark at one's feet. A twisting tornado's voice will never say, "Yes, master." A mighty mountain will never bend and bow. Maybe I'm a handful of dust, but if I raise my voice, it will reflect the pride of our national flag. We should be grateful for the nation we are born in. And be patriotic, be accountable, be responsible for your actions. And this country, we are of different ethnic groups, different linguistic backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, yet always this country amazes me. We come from different backgrounds, different linguistic barriers, cultural barriers, yet we feel as one. We feel as one India. We feel as one nation. That is the greatness of this nation. No matter how many foreign forces would try to come and divide us, we will stand as one, we will be united as one. So, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I'm grateful to you for listening to me. And normally I end up my speeches with Bharat Mata Ki Jai. I would be grateful if you say Bharat Mata Ki Jai. And thank you. And Jai Hind and Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Jai Hind.
For more updates, please subscribe 99 TV Telugu.